Been wanting to learn about different careers? Or just need that nudge to pursue your passion projects? Here at Project Offbeat Careers Podcast, we talk to guests with unique careers outside the usual corporate shtick. Listen to historians, gamers, teachers, and cosplayers. See how they've succeeded and how you can apply their learnings to your workplace. Catch us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. And get ready to take the off-beaten path with us.
Annyeong! We are One to Sarang,
your next favorite Hallyu podcast.
We talk K-drama.
Mandaming kilig every time
my
we
God.
see K-drama.
We also talk K-pop.
Yung feeling ko sa 17 na they bring me so much happiness.
And we live to entertain.
What you gonna do when Dicky steak in front of
Check us out now on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Also on YouTube. Join us sa tawanan at kwentuhan from One to Sarang.
The views, takes and opinions expressed on this show are of the host's own and do not represent the views, takes and opinions of the Bunk Collective and its affiliates. Material and sources mentioned in this episode is for general and commentary purposes only. This episode might include strong language and may not be suitable for children. Listener discretion is advised. Stay safe and stay wrestle everyone. Welcome to the main event, Mark.
Pew, 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 pew. Wait lang guys, sorry. Naka-loop pala yan. Naka-loop. Sorry.
The views,
Nakasan-
takes and opinions.
Ayan, thank you guys. Naka-loop pala yun, pasensya na. Naninibaguan ako, sabi ko, hindi ko na nga siya ilo-loop, pero niloop ko pa din. But anyways, welcome to your Bunk Collective Wrestling Podcast. Every week, this is the Main Event Mark Podcast. Again, my name is Angelo Pinera. Thank you very much, guys, for joining me on today's... Ano ba tawag ko dito? Ang dami ko ng tawag dito. Una, Main Event Live. Pangalawa, yung episode recording natin na live. Ang dami ko ng tawag dito. Sa totoo lang, hindi ko na alam. Siguro, I'll stick with the Main Event Live. And for the meantime, yun lang muna siguro yung natawag natin. Pero yon, thank you very much for everyone who is joining this live stream here on the Main Event Mark Podcast on Facebook, facebook.com/MEM Wrestling Pod, and also on YouTube, youtube.com/MEM Wrestling Pod. Also, please follow the Main Event Mark on all of the social media platforms. Sa baba na po lahat ng social media platforms natin. Huwag yun na pong isali si Threads kasi inuumpisahan ko na siyang tanggalin sa equation. And yung TikTok, parang prominent na rin natin yan ulit since nag-umpisa tayo ulit ng mga upload sa TikTok. And also, batiin na rin natin yung mga friends natin sa Pro Wrestling PH Club, one of the best pro wrestling communities in the Philippines. And I hope that everyone is watching this show right now because dami natin pag-uusapan, of course. Pasensya na guys, it's very prominent, napakainit. I hope yung mga lalabas ngayon, uminom na lang kayo ng tubig. Putya, napakainit po ngayon. Hi Ina, hello, good morning. Thank you for joining this show. Ayan. So before we continue din, syempre maraming salamat din sa lahat ng nakikinig sa show na to since mag-audio tayo. And ngayon na nagkakaroon na tayo ng mga streams na ganito, sana magtuloy-tuloy na, no? Next week on the Main Event Mark, breaking news agad-agad. Ask Angelo Anything will take place dito po sa live natin. Plus, konting reports lang sa Backlash since yung review ng Backlash PLE ay gagawin po nating audio only. So yun po ang ilalabas natin sa audio by next Monday. So yun na lang po yung mangyayari. Then, yun nga, Ask Angelo Anything, yun po ang mangyayari next week on our stream dito sa main event. Mark. So, yun lang naman. Yun lang naman ang konting katarantaduhang plug ko. Then, ayan, Jason Albanyo, friends natin sa podcast community. Hello, Jason. Good morning. Ayun. Ano ba gusto ko sabihin? No? So, isa pa. Supportan naman din natin ang ating mga friends from our wrestling community. Yun na lang muna ang ating i-plug. So, DexCon. Syempre, in-announce na to ni Matchmaker Linus. Ayan po. May bago na ring venue for the meet and greet. You can check all of the details ng DexCon Dekada sa kanila pong social media platforms. The ticket will be sold o ibebenta yung ticket by May 13 sa website nila sa dexcon.helixpay.ph. So marami pa pong details na ilalabas sa mga shows ng MWF, especially with MWF Republica coming next week. Marami-rami pa pong ilalabas na balita regarding on DexCon. So by the way, that's Zack Sabre Jr., former New Japan Television Champion. Yes, you heard that right. Former NJPW Television Champion na po si Zack Sabre Jr. So May 26. So yan po yung show date sa Brawl Pit. Kung hindi nyo po alam ang Brawl Pit, nasa Quezon City po yan. And yeah, we cannot wait to see you there on DexCon Dekada. Ito, short talaga makapunta ako sa DexCon. Pero dito, I wish na pwede. Pero, yeah. Some reasons, I can't. Pero anyways, i-celebrate din natin as well ang 10 years of modern Pinoy wrestling with MWF Republica. So, May 12 na po yan sa Bahay ng Alumni. Lahat naman ng details din ay makikita nyo na rin sa MWF social media platform. So, yung tickets din available pa sa Manila Wrestling Federation.helixpay.ph. The main event for this show is a triple threat match for the MWF Pinoy Wrestling Championship. It's Jake De Leon, the champion, versus Fabio Makisig, the former champion, versus Main Max, the former PWR tag champion. And yeah, I cannot wait to watch this live as well on their platforms at saka sa Rakop Manila. Last thing, before we continue yung show, bago dito, mapapanood na rin natin simula po this Monday sa Rakop Manila TV yung MWF Kasaysayan. So it's a show ng Kyushu Pro Wrestling and also Manila Wrestling Federation. We cannot wait to see you there as well. Second time na New Japan World Television Champion. Yes, second time na nga pala siya. Sorry guys. Yeah, thank you for that clarification, Ina. And it's time for the main attraction of the show. So mag-umpisa na tayo with the show. Of course, main event part obviously. So let's talk about things that we don't really talk about on the show because SmackDown falls on a Saturday and today is Saturday. SmackDown France, napakagrabe po ng crowd sa France po siya. Alam mo, hindi ko na gagawa ng review yung buong episode ng SmackDown because it's obviously the build-up for SmackDown or Backlash France na gaganapin na bukas. Na syempre hindi nyo na po mapapanood ng legal pag hindi nyo na po napanood ng 1 AM sa Disney Plus. So kung gusto nyo po mapanood ng legal itong show na to, mapapanood nyo lang yan obviously sa Disney Plus. So there's no other way to watch this show. It's on Disney Plus, 1 AM Manila time. Kung di nyo mapapanood yan, it's ano ba sabihin? Sorry na lang. Ano ba yan, Disney? Hindi ko expect yung sing-along sa Voices for real. Goosebumps moment. Alam mo, nung pinanood ko ng live tong episode na to ng SmackDown, pucha, sobrang na-emotional ako ng walang dahilan. Naiiyak ako. Kasi naalala ko yung Puerto Rico show ng last year. Sobrang ganun na ganun yung Backlash na to. But the difference is, parang hindi na bago sa akin yung crowd sa UK. Technically, it will fall under Europe si France. Kaya medyo hindi na bago sa akin yung crowd na ganun ka-rowdy. Pero regardless, the crowd ng UK was amazing and sobrang memorable. As a fan, sana yung mga nakapanood sobrang nag-enjoy. At for sure, ang dami naiiyak ngayon. Sa totoo lang, doon sa mga nangyari din with SmackDown France. For context guys, nag-air tong show na to 1 a.m. Manila time, 6 p.m. sa UK. Live to sa TNT Sports. And then, yung napanood nyo kanina was basically the US broadcast sa Blast TV. So if you have Blast TV, you can watch it for free if you have Converge or Globe at Home sa inyo po mga platforms. Pero ano bang masasabi ko when it comes to this episode of SmackDown? Hindi ko na isa-isahin yung mga nangyari because baka masyado kong mag-high standard masyado. Siguro pag-usapan na lang natin yung mga nagustuhan ko at mga hindi ko nagustuhan. Number 1, it's very prominent na sobrang grabe nung crowd na to sa buong episode na to ng SmackDown. Majority, they're cheering both faces or heels. They're cheering both roles. Maliban na lang kung andyan si Karrion Kross sa tabi mo. For sure, hindi nila i-cheer yan. Ewan ko, it's funny, but I feel bad for Kross right now. I know, heel din si Kross, pero siya lang yung heel, o sila lang yung heel, na hindi talaga chine-cheer ng crowd at all. And I feel bad for it. In a way, oo. Pero I understand din the logic na heels nga sila So, ano pa kaya natin? Diba? Pangalawa, yung crowd, ewan ko, parang putya, naiiyak talaga ako doon sa crowd. This is something na makapanood mo lang talaga pag mga shows like this. Then in 3 weeks or 2 weeks time, makakapanood na naman tayo ng isang SmackDown from a foreign country in context Saudi with the King and Queen of the Ring. So mamaya pag-usapan natin ng konti yan. And yung King and Queen of the Ring, for you guys know, ang reward data dito sa pag-aalala ko, they gave this tournament a reward. So this time, ang mananalo dito ay makakakuha ng title shot for a World Heavyweight or WWE title. For the women, it's possibly for the women's and for the World Championship. The Women's Championship. Okay. Good. But regardless, we are going to talk about that later on. Pero sa ngayon, pag-usapan muna natin yung SmackDown France kasi yan yung present na event. So, SmackDown France, medyo on the way they presented this show, it's very lukewarm for me. It's basically panapos lang ng builds lahat ng backlash shows, backlash matches. Wala akong masyadong ine-expect aside dun sa harapan nila, Cody ni AJ. But regardless, this match or this show as a whole was prominently amazing. Hindi ko lang sure if we can count this, pero sobrang linis ng show na to kumpara sa ibang shows recently ng WWE. And sa totoo lang, if papanoorin ko to in one sitting, parang feeling ko magwawala ako. Ulit, hindi, nung live na panood ko, applicable siya. Pero ngayon, hindi na. Kasi ramdam mo na yung emotion ng crowd, ramdam mo na lahat. Pero guys, kung ako nga magtatanong sa inyo, ano mas okay sa inyo na crowd with this type of event ngayon? Yung crowd last year sa Puerto Rico or yung crowd ngayon sa SmackDown France? Kasi ako personally, mas okay pa rin sa akin yung sa Puerto Rico. Ang problema ko lang with the Puerto Rico crowd, medyo ano siya eh, medyo rowdy talaga yung crowd sa Puerto Rico. Alam ko naman yung crowd sa mga European shows, it's very given na. Pero yung crowd kasi with the countries like Puerto Rico, na coincidentally, napakalapit lang naman sa US, but hindi makakick up yung US crowd dito. It brings me to the point like that na US, keep up. Buti na lang talaga hindi kayo binigyan ng PLE until SummerSlam. Technically, Canada will fall under that. Pero sobrang lakas din kasi ng Canada crowd eh. So I don't really want to dunk on Canada. Dito. Ito, isa pang importante na nakuha natin from this week's SmackDown. So tomorrow, when say tomorrow, mismong backlash ito or probably sa social media na lang ito, magkakaroon ng announcements si WWE on their social media platforms regarding WrestleMania. So, ang bali-balita, ito, share ko lang sa inyo yung mga balita na kumakalat sa Fightful o kaya sa iba pang mga sources that WrestleMania might take place in Las Vegas. Hindi na po sa Minnesota. So Minnesota was the first candidate for that year's WrestleMania. And ang balita din dito, it might be the first WrestleMania na hindi gaganapin sa March or April. Pero we will find out more of that pagdating na mismo ng announcements. Kasi yung announcements naman talaga ang aabangan natin in the next couple of weeks when it comes to this PLE. And isa lang po ang dasal ko talaga pagdating ng WrestleMania na to, wala na po sa Disney Plus yung rights ng WrestleMania. Sorry guys, di ko nakalimutan yung laugh trap ko dito. But anyways, it's very mandatory to use that. Pero I wish guys na by that year, wala na po sa Disney Plus yung rights ng WWE dito sa Pilipinas. And I cannot wait to watch it on Netflix. Guys, eto nga, tanungin ko nga kayo bago tayo mag-break ng mabilis. Ano ba ang convincing factor nyo? Ba't kayo nagsusubscribe sa Netflix over Disney Plus? Kasi sa Netflix, movies kasi talaga yung prominent factor ko when it comes to it. Over Disney kasi puro mga Disney movies, yung mga musical shows like yung sa kay Taylor Swift. Para sa akin, yun ang difference nila mainly. Ewan ko sa inyo guys, ano bang big difference nyo between Disney Plus and Netflix? Aside sa ganitong type of content. Alam ko naman si Disney, kalokohan yung pag sila nagla-live. So alam ko na yun. Given na sa akin yun. Yun na lang difference when it comes to them doing the live. Magkakaalaman tayo. Pag official na nangyari na yung laban nila Jake Paul tsaka Mike Tyson, yan. Magiging testingan din natin yan for the WWE rights. Also, isa pang ina-expect na country, ayoko sanang pawalain yung pasensya niya when it comes to this. Pero bali-balita din na baka si London ay maging host din ng WrestleMania. Pero feeling ko hindi. Feeling ko magiging announcement na to parang next year lang. Hindi gaya nung dati na 3 year yung in-announce sila. Para sana ganun nga. Pero magkakalaman pa rin tayo bukas. Bukas naman siya i-announce sa social media. Kaya baka mamaya, feeling ko mamaya siya i-announce sa gabi. Bukas ako ng bukas Kaya medyo natatawa rin ako. Ayun. So, hindi ko in-expect yung sing-along. Nabasa ko na nga ito kanina. Drop na ng Disney yung rights kainis. Sana i-drop na rin talaga ng Disney yung rights na to. I swear, Disney needs to drop the rights because it's medyo, ano ba tamang term dito? Ayoko masyado magsabi ng hindi maganda Baka magdala tayo ng YouTube. Pero I agree din na kailangan na rin talaga i-drop ni Disney yung rights when it comes to the WWE content. Kasi if nagawa na sa Indonesia, bakit hindi kaya sa Pinas, 'di ba? Sana gawin din nila dito. Ayan. So si Julian nagbigay ng insight sa question ko. Mas maraming content kasi sa Netflix bukod sa mga Netflix originals. Itong hindi ko alam yung mga original. Bukod sa series and movie side, mas marami talaga. So to me, 2 deals in 1 na yung binabayaran mo for Netflix. Oo. Totoo yan. Pero alam mo, sa totoo lang kasi, si Netflix kasi, ang big factor niyan para sa akin is the accessibility din. Sobrang laki din ng difference when it comes to Disney Plus and Netflix. Sobrang laki din ng difference nila when it comes to accounts. Napakadali pong kumuha ng account kay Disney. Ay, kay Netflix unlike Disney. Kay Disney kasi kailangan number mo lang gagamitin mo. Medyo hassle yun. And ewan ko, to me pero hassle yun. Hassle yung move na number na yung ilalagay mo sa Disney Plus. But anyways, ayun, continue tayo sa SmackDown. Napapalayo na tayo masyado. Ando dito. So, yung RKO show, usapan natin ng konti yun. Nangyari yung in-expect ko na mangyayari. Yung, ano ba ito? Ewan ko guys pero sa predictions ko na lang isi-save yung thoughts ko about this match to. Pero may posibleng mag-debut sa match to. Siguro i-address ko na lang mamaya pag nag-prediction sa tayo ng Backlash. Pero yun, last thing before we go to our commercial, mabilis lang. Pero sinabi ko na to sa magiging episode natin sa Monday. Pero I really like the underground match, yung NXT underground match between Nola Vice and Natalia. I really like it. Iba yung style ni Nati, iba rin yung style ni Lola Vice. They have different approaches when it comes to this. And I really like na nag-work siya on both of them. Sobra. Nasabi ko na to sa live o sa episode natin na parating, Monday. Pero I think the only difference lang at mga di ko nagustuhan about it was it's basically a continuity feud between Shayna and Nati. Tagal na nilang nagpe-feud Yun talaga, yun ang bummer ko dito. Pero yun, sabi ni Julian bago tayo mag-break, like both streaming site and subscription na for the original content na at saka yung accessibility. Yeah, I agree. Pero ito magpakatotoo tayo when it comes to these streaming platforms. Dito sa Pilipinas, hindi ako konsentidor ng piracy Piracy. Pero dito kasi namumutawi yung piracy Hindi natin alam kung paano mare-resolve yun properly. We are trying to resolve it in a way when it comes to that. Kasi kalat naman yung mga sites at saka yung mga broadcasters natin dito. Pero sa totoo lang, ang hirap kasi magsabi ng support our local broadcaster. If our local broadcaster itself fucks up on their job when it comes to this type of content. For example, NBA. Sige, bigyan ko ng example tong NBA. NBA here in the Philippines supposedly will air on One Sports and TV5. Yeah, TV5 is very understandable na nawala na sila sa picture. And also One Sports in favor of UAAP and also yung PVL. Oo. So nawala na ng espasyo doon ba tawag dito? Nawala ng espasyo si NBA. So it's basically si Tanta Sports na hindi na nag-air ng live, si NBA TV Philippines na papili sa games. Yung ba tawag dito? Pilipinas Live na basically nag-simulcast lang ng games. at saka yung streaming service nila na Signal Play na pare-pares lang din namang ini-air nila. So, yun ang sakit ko when it comes to WWE. In WWE, it's very, it's very demanding when it comes to this type of rights, no? Kaya hindi nyo masisi yung ako, mga kasama natin sa scene, si Slick, na magreklamo about this type of move na ginawa ni Disney Plus. In context, si Disney Plus, in-announce nila na starting today, technically nga sa Backlash, sa WrestleMania pa nga lang, ganito na yung implementation nila. Na only available live. Pag hindi mo na siya napanood ng live, condolence. Ganun na lang yung sistema nila. Kung hindi mo napanood, condolence. That's their new implementation na never ko na-encounter sa ibang streaming platforms. Ang wak, di ba? If you're going to think about this, magbabayad ka ng $250, hindi mo na naabutan yung show, ba't ka pa nagbayad ng $250? Di ba? Simple. Sorry, guys. Call me an idiot, pero it is what it is. Kung nagbayad ka ng $250, yes, that's your money. Understandable naman sa akin yun. Pero, you have to think twice. Pag-isip ka. Wag mong, hindi lahat ng legal ay legal. O you're just being outsmarted din talaga. Pero yun, kung gusto niyo manood sa Disney Plus, hindi ko kayo pipigilan. Kaya na, masasabi ko. At hindi po ako sponsored. Kaya wag na kayo manood sa Disney Plus. Ako na nagsasabi sa inyo. Ayun, mamaya natin pag-usapan at gisahin pa si Disney. Magko-commercial muna tayo at tatapalan din natin ng ads to sa audio natin. So for the meantime, we're just going to take a short break and you can check our kabunkmates on Bunk Collective.
Hey everyone, this is Mo Twister and you're listening to the Kingdom Podcast with the voice DJ Yuki.
That was the OG, Mo Twister, promoting this podcast. If you like Korean pop culture, or know someone who does, then get into it, and visit our Facebook, Twitter and Instagram pages at the Kingdom Pod PH.
We're proud to tell you that this is one of the premier shows to go to for your weekly dose of K-pop. So drop everything, and listen to the Kingdom Podcast. Available in all your podcast streaming platforms.
Join us!
Naguulat mula sa shore na kasing Pretty Ko.
Bringing you the latest and greatest.
And diving deep into the cool waters
of BLs and GLs.
And every kind of love there is.
We are the Shippers. Sail with us as we watch our favorite queer love story.
And update you about the latest every week.
Kaya tara, sakay na as we sail the open seas.
With new episodes Mondays and Wednesdays on all major podcast streaming platforms.
Sakay na you. Let's go.
Yon. So we're back. Thank you very much guys for staying on the stream. And by the way, ito na, magpe-prediction sa tayo for WWE Backlash. Bago tayo magpatuloy diyan, syempre, sabihin ko na muna guys, this show, obviously, papapanood nyo naman to sa Disney Plus, if you have Disney Plus. Kung gusto nyo manood ng madaling araw, magsayang ng pera, diyan kayo manood sa Disney Plus. So, that's Disney Plus for you. And then also you can watch it as well on Peacock if you are from the States. And also on the WWE Network. May Tagalog commentary din tayo dyan. And ayun, so iba pa mga broadcaster ng WWE around the world. So, merong 5 matches si WWE for this show. Personally, medyo lukewarm siya. Pero I kinda understand how things went out when it comes to the matches of this PLE. And yung variations din na binigay sa atin sa mga matches na to, I kinda understand it. Pero obviously, continue. Pero pansin nyo din guys, itong mga matches na to, walang ni isang match dito na may kinalaman sa Backlash. Parang AEW talaga. Kung gusto mong manood at magsayang ng oras, panoorin nyo na. Ay, to be fair, AEW is giving us bangers. Pero, storytelling, tsaka ugali ni TK. No. Ayaw mo na magsalita. Pero yun, meron tayong 5 matches on this card. And, pasensya na guys, matatakpan na naman yung mukha ko dito kagaya ng mga iba nating pictures na napakita ko na kanina. So, fini-figure out ko pa kung paano tayo magkakaroon ng slideshows dito sa mga ganitong type of streams. But regardless, meron tayong 5 matches sa card na to ng Backlash. And, exciting card ba? Oo, kahit pa paano. Dahil nung France crowd. Pero it doesn't mean na sobrang excited ako when it comes to this card. Yung card na to, alam mo yung, ano ba tawag dito? Alam mo yung pinapili mo lang ng limang tigdadalawa na favorite si Triple H. That's basically it. Oo. Oo, totoo. Na mas marami ding SmackDown matches dito kaysa sa Raw. Understandable naman siya sa akin. Kasi mas maraming kailangan patunayan si SD kaysa na Raw. And Raw is giving us bangers on television. So I don't really have any problems about it. At yung King and Queen of the Ring, syempre parating na siya sa in few weeks time. Mas marami tayong aabangan doon, syempre. Mamaya nga, isa lang natin yung mga updated bracket nun. Pag-usapan natin dito sa show. First thing, foremost, sa ating predictions for this year's Backlash. Of course, ito yung para sa akin pinaka-quality of build. It's the tag team match between Kevin Owens and Randy Orton versus Tama Tonga and Solo Sikoa. This will be the television debut ni Tama. And technically, PLE debut na rin. So, para sa akin, the Bloodline needs the win on this match. KO and Randy doesn't really need to prove themselves on this match. And to add na rin, parang kailangan din kasi natin i-cement yung purpose ng bagong Bloodline. Kasi kung matatalo lang din sila Solo at saka si Tama dito, parang it's very obvious na rin na, ay, wala to. Sila KO pa rin talaga. At parang it's more on din na obvious din with Romans not being here, medyo prominent din sa akin na may kailangan i-prove si Solo tsaka si Tama kay Roman na mas okay ako magiging tribal chief kaysa kay Roman. And Tama na basically tribal hair technically in default. Randy and KO sobrang kwela nung KO show nila kanina. Sobrang kwela din nun. Pero that didn't help. Ayun, Bloodline for the win para mas mabuild pa sila Tama and Solo as this new and better Bloodline. Yes, that's what I meant. Pero personally, Bloodline needs this win more than RKO, Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. Ayun, tungo na tayo sa ating mga title matches on this card. So, let's start with the women's title. So, it's Tiffany Stratton and Naomi challenging Bayley for the Women's Championship. Magpakatotoo na tayo, guys. Kung pwede nga lang pagsama-samahin po na sa isang picture lahat ng title matches natin. Maliban doon sa women's tag. Kasi I don't really think na magkakaroon ng title changes dito. Sorry guys. I have to say this. Pero for sure, malaking exposure ito kay Tiffany. Tiffany kasi binibigyan nila ng solid presentation And it's very given naman. It's very evident then on how they are booking her on the current shows that we have. And it's very prominent then that Tiffany might get her moment later on this year. Money in the Bank. Posible yun. No? Pero for now, let's say Bailey might get the win here on this match. And Naomi, sorry, pero feeling ko ikaw alay dito. Yun. So I think this might be a win for Bailey. Next, so we have the women's tag team titles match. So it's Kairi Sane and Asuka, the Kabuki Warriors, Damage Control, versus Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair. Wala, obvious na to. Obvious na to. Next. Ginawa ko yun on purpose, pasensya na. Then, Damian Priest versus Jey Uso. Main event Jey Uso. This match might be the shining moment for Jey Uso para sa akin. Hindi yung WrestleMania. WrestleMania match was a big disaster for me. Pakatotoo na tayo, guys. Yung WrestleMania match nila, sobrang disaster nun. And I really think na this match might cement Jey Uso rather than that match more. Lalo ngayon na wala si Jimmy Uso, I really think na mas may sense na manalo talaga si Damian Priest dito. And it's very obvious din, napakaaga pa na madadrop to. Ito, Julian, explain lang natin lahat ng champions dito, maliban sa Damage Control, I don't think na matatalo sila lahat. Magpakatotoo na tayo. We're just doing the formality. But yeah, I really think Damian Priest to. I really love Damian Priest, but I don't think the title will be dropped anytime soon. Also, commercial muna tayo bago mag-main event. So we have the bracket for the next number 1 contender for the WWE Speed Championship. In-announce to during the finals kanina sa X. So it's Apollo Crews versus Ivar, and then Tyler Bate versus Berto. When the winners will face each other on a singles match, and then ang mananalo doon kakalabanin si Ricochet for the Speed Championship. So, obvious naman sa akin that we might get Ivar versus Ricochet, o kaya Tyler Bate versus Ricochet. That might be great too. Pero, yeah, gusto ko ng maiba. Gusto ko Berto versus Ricochet. Pero yun, I really think that we might get Tyler Bate versus Ricochet dito. Yun. Yun, Berto the GOAT. Pero wait, ba't sa lahat ng wrestler na nilagay nila dito, ba't si Berto? Alam ko ba, yung Tyro na to, 4-3 brands. Bakit hindi man nila pinupull sila, like sila Reggie, si Dijak, something like that. Diba? Daming may pwedeng ilagay dito sa belt na to. Pero Patrick, Berto. Bakit siya? Bakit si Berto? To be fair, I love Humberto Carrillo, but I don't really think Humberto Carrillo can be this guy who can beat Ricochet for the belt. And I don't really think that he might get the win here. But yeah, I get the logic here. Yeah. So, by the way, bigyan ko na rin kayo ng konting thoughts about the match kanina sa X. Ricochet versus Johnny Gargano is something I can tolerate when it comes to this type of matches. And that was a really good match na 5 minutes. Yung pag-ihi mo lang sa CR habang naka-break ka, hindi mo matatapos yung pag-wiwi mo, natapos na tong match. So that's how speed matches goes, basically. But Ricochet versus Johnny Gargano, parang preview lang ito ng mga matches nila before sa TakeOver at saka sa NXT. Yeah. So that's basically what I'm thinking about that match. But regardless, let's go to the main event of Backlash. So, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes versus AJ Styles for the undisputed WWE Championship. Yes, wala na po yung Universal sa name ng title. So, eto guys, may debate sa X o sa mga wrestling pages na pangit daw yung team ni AJ. Pero I would say I really like new team. Gusto ko yung new team niya. I don't know why. Alam ko Dev Rebel siya. alam ko na Dev Rebel siya. Pero the team was really good. Sa totoo lang. Ni AJ. So, hi John Paulo. Ano daw yung thoughts ko on the Leon crowd? Ayun. So, nasabi ko na kanina sa first half of the show. Pero for me, sobrang grabe nung Leon crowd na to. Pero siguro paglalabanin ko sila with the crowd ng Puerto Rico last year, bibigay ko yun sa Puerto Rico para sa akin lang. Mas maganda yung dinala ng Puerto Rico crowd. Parang, alam mo yun, nagsuntukan yung France na crowd at saka yung, matawag dito? France na crowd at saka yung Puerto Rico crowd. Na-knockout na si France, na-knockout na din si Puerto Rico. Pero in the end, nanalo din si Puerto Rico, 12 round. Ganon po yung impression ko with this crowd fight with Puerto Rico at saka France. Pero para sa akin, maganda talaga nung crowd kanina. At saka basically, preview lang to ng mga mangyayari bukas. So para sa akin, preview lang talaga yon. I cannot wait to see the pay-per-view by tomorrow then. So with that perception that we have, we might get this same reaction as well on Backlash tomorrow. Anyways, continue. AJ versus Cody. I don't really think, gaya ng sinabi ko, I don't really think we might get a title change here. I would love to see a title change, but I don't think we are going to get a title change at all. So, mahihilo yung dila ko. Kaka-explain sa inyo ng we might get a title change here, but I don't think we get or we have to get a title change here. We have to understand that. But I don't really think AJ gets the win here. Pero imagine AJ becoming the champion, then whoever wins the King of the Ring might fight him. Imagine Gunther versus AJ, no? Very solid din. Pwede. Something like Gunther versus Jey Uso. Pwede din. Pero let's face it, it's very obvious that Cody might retain the belt. Pero hindi ko masabi na predictable to. I cannot wait to see how things will go on this match, on this show as a whole. Maraming surprises si Triple H. Knowing Triple H era ito, nag-expect ako lang napakadaming surprises when it comes to this show. And I'm really excited for it. Ayun. So, So John Paulo, ito. The Puerto Rico crowd was amazing. Somehow I feel like the Leon crowd was a little disrespectful with all the singing while they're talking in the ring. Dude, sa totoo lang, magtatanong nga ako sa'yo. Ngayon ka lang nakanood ng SmackDown na tape from the Europe. Sorry magiging ignorant ako dito. Pero European crowd, especially the UK crowd, gantong-ganto sila. Ayun, sobrang ganto talaga sila. Lakas mambasag, it works. Pero sometimes, we need to shut up. Yun ang masasabi ko. Pero I really like the crowd kanina. Yung Puerto Rico crowd, mas malala pa dito. So, totoo lang. Pero, yeah. Hindi siya UK crowd or European crowd if walang nakanta. Kahit anong kanta pa yan. Kung nung Backlash was Bad Bunny's song, yung Booker T, ano nga ba yun? Chambeya pala, sorry. Yung Chambeya, then yung kay Cody last year, tas yung kay Tim ng The Usos. Grabe. Wala talaga akong masabi when it comes to the crowd ng UK crowd or European crowd as a whole. Pero ito, sabihin ko lang sa inyo. Patikim pa lang to. May Germany pa na parating sa August. Mas malala yun. Feeling ko mas malala yun. And yung crowd din sa Canada, I can guarantee you, mas malala yun kaysa dito sa nakuha natin sa France. But yun. So, regardless, prediction ko for this match, kagaya na nga ng sinasabi ko, it's definitely a Cody win. I don't really see title change on this whole card. But, yeah, I cannot wait to see this match on how this match will go tomorrow on Backlash. Kung naputol yung Disney Plus o dito lang nag-umpisa yung Disney Plus, panigurado sulit na yung bayad nyo. Sa totoo lang. Kung nagloko yung Disney Plus, simula 1 a.m. hanggang main event, at ito lang yung napanood nyo, para sa akin, sulit bayad na yun. This match will give you banger, panigurado. And I cannot wait with you guys to share my thoughts then on this once na matapos na yung show at madismaya na ulit yung tao with Disney Plus. And so, that's it for my predictions for this year's WWE Backlash. Ano ba masasabi nyo sa Backlash this year? Mid ba? Maganda ba? Makakatulong ba yung crowd? Ano ba yung negative, positive when it comes to this show? Let us know on all of the social media platforms of the Main Event Mark. That's at MEM Wrestling Pod on all of the social media platforms. Yan. So, Julian, hindi ko babasahin tong comment mga bala ka dyan. Ayaw ko mag-umpisa ng tribalism dito. Ayoko. Julian, ayusin mo. Ayoko mag-umpisa ng gera dito. Problema yung pinapasok mo. Ayan. Oo. Yung kay Reggie, yes, you're correct dito, Tina, that Reggie's contract will expire on June 1. Yep, you're correct with this one. Reggie might leave the company after ng June 1. Di na siya aabot ng NXT Battleground. So, speaking of NXT Battleground, di natin isasama sa talks yung NXT Spring Break-In kasi napag-usapan na natin siya sa episode na parating on Monday. So, mas malalang usapan yon, walang commercial yon, mas magandang usapan yung napag-usapan natin sa Spring Break-In. And yes, we are believing in Joe Hendry here on this show on the Main Event Mark. Of course, we are believing in Joe Hendry. Pero yun, speaking of Joe Hendry, let's talk about teams nga muna bago tayo matapos dito, no? Pero ako lang ba yung natatawa na nabibuwis at sa mga nagpaparody ng mga teams lang ni Joe Hendry? Ay, ni Joe Hendry, ng mga ginagawa ng Dev Rebel. Ay, meron naman mga magagandang kanta si Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry to lang. Si Joe Hendry yan. Under Siege initial impression. Under Siege was fun. Pero hindi ko pa siya napapanood kasi I watched SmackDown today. So, pero yung ano ba tawag dito? Ang gusto ko ipanood sa inyo yung TNA Impact ito. yung nag-apology si Joe Henry. That's personally my favorite segment of the week, if you're going to ask me. Sobrang kulit kasi ni Joe Henry. Parang dinis niya ulit sila. Sino ba itong mga puta? I know their names. AJ Bulcha, AJ Francis, at saka si Rich One. Pero I'm into a impression na sana bigyan ng magandang feud si Joe Henry. I cannot wait to see more of him down the line. Can you please get Oo, sobrang favorite ko talaga yung promo ni Joe Henry dito. Pero guys, I swear, you need to watch the whole thing sa YouTube ng TNA. That was a really good thing. Send agad kay email kasi Creed. Yeah, that was a fun, that was a really good diss track ni Joe Henry. That was one of my favorite things ni Joe Henry. Nag-tap out ako sa kakatawa sa promo ni Joe Henry. Man, practice lang sa akin yun. Kasi kung naalala ko yung mga promo sa TNA before, like yung Woo Off, la Jay Lethal, at saka ni Ric Flair. Tapos yung takeover ng Main Event Mafia noong 2009, yun talaga nag-tap out ako when it comes to this type of TNA segments. But this segment can easily put this in a position like doon sa dalawang yon. Malalagay nila yung position when it comes to that. Pero para sa akin, sobrang ganda ng TNA. May mga bagay lang talaga silang namimiss, kumbaga. Ito yung fact na ina-accept na ni TNA that they are on this position as the top 3 wrestling promotion right now. And they're just enjoying themselves. So I'm good with that. Yun. So that's basically it. So recommendations na lang for this week sa mga gusto manood. So panoorin niyo yung kasaysayan, of course, yung part 1 sa Monday sa Rock of Panela at sa Facebook nila. Pero recommendation of the week ko, of course, yung tawa ba dito? Wait lang, iniisip ko yung recommendation ko. Nasabi ko na to doon sa recorded episode ko. But yung Lullabies versus Natty was one of them. Yung Sky Blue versus Willow Nightingale in a street fight. Second street fight in a month. Second street fight in a month. Tapos iaalay mo kay Mercedes Moné. Ayan, nasa TNA na si Broken Matt Hardy. Yes, I really love that. And Mike Santana. Yeah. Oh, si Sami Callihan din. Pero ito speaking of Sami, alam nyo, ang ganda nung bagong character ni Sami ngayon. So, totoo lang. He is trying to correct his mistakes in the past on this character. And I think that was a really good character din ni Sami Callihan. And yun. That was a really good thing for TNA. So, next week on the main event mark sa audio natin next Monday after nito, we're going to talk about the Raw and mas mahabang talk about NXT Heatwave tuloy. Yung Spring Break-In Week 2 at saka yung AEW thoughts ko on Kenny Omega getting attacked by the Elite. Tapos pag-usapan din natin doon yung thoughts ko sa draft na mas mahaba. Pero yun na lang muna ang ating episode ngayong araw. Sa mga hindi nakapanood ngayong live, mapapanood nyo pa rin naman to sa YouTube natin, and also i-release natin ito as an episode on your favorite podcast platforms today on your favorite podcast platforms as well. So, for now, I'm going to leave you guys off bago tayo matapos. Again, invite ko na lang kayo sa mga ilang-ilang bagay at bago tayo magkahiwa-hiwalay, and we'll see you guys next week, by the way. So, konting plugs lang for this week. Malapit na po ang DexCon Dekada. Like what I said earlier sa ating panimula, mayroon pong konting changes for this show. So, yung meet and greet magaganap na sa Collective Base sa Green Hills Promenade. Sa may Green Hills pa din naman ito. So, May 25, gaganapin na siya sa my Collective Base. So, syempre kasama po dyan lahat ng mga kasama sa Dexcon Dekada. And syempre, the former New Japan Pro Wrestling Television Champion, Zack Sabre Jr. And also, May 26, he will make his Philippine debut on the match, obviously, na i-announce sa MWF Republica at Brawl Pit Bulusan. Lahat ng details i-reveal ni MWF and Dexcon sa kanila pong mga social media platforms and also on the event itself sa MWF Republica. And also, yung tickets ito ay makikita nyo na lang yung details sa Facebook ng Dexcon. That's Dexcon sa Facebook and all of their social media platforms. Also, next week na rin ang MWF Republica. I'm really grateful na Republica was my first show na na-attendan ko ng live and kinda sad din na hindi ko mapupuntahan tong event na to. Pero yeah, MWF Republica, ipagdiriwang ang ika-10 taon ng modern Pinoy wrestling with MWF Republica. So it's on next Sunday, May 12 at 4 p.m. sa Bahay ng Alumni. So may tickets pa po dyan. You can check the link down the picture. So manilawrestling.com it's Manila Wrestling Federation.helixpay.ph. And yung main event, syempre, for the MWF Pinoy Wrestling Championship, it's JDL versus Fabio Makisig versus Main Max. And that will be for the MWF Pinoy Wrestling Championship. Marami pang bangers na mangyayari sa MWF Republica. Dito na rin mag-uumpisa yung Chili Willy Cup. At marami din kayong abangan, of course, on Rock of Manila TV every Monday sa Action Nabela sa Rock of Manila TV. Here on the main event mark, of course, please follow and support the show on all of the social media platforms. Nasa baba na po ng ating sticker yung ating po mga platforms. So it's Facebook, on X, on Instagram, sa TikTok at sa YouTube at MEM Wrestling Pod. And please support us on Patreon, patreon.com/MEM Wrestling Pod. Baka sipagin na akong magsulat ulit. Siguro backlash, gagawa tayo ng written review or pre-podcast review as usual na tagal ko nang di nagagawa. Pasensya na, WrestleMania gagawa dapat ako. Pero wala eh. Pero yun, that's it for our episode number 215 on the main event Mark podcast. So next week's episode on Monday will be 216. And I cannot wait to see you guys soon sa Dexcon Dekada. And yun, that was it for our stream this week. Sana paglalabas kayo, magdala kayo ng payong palagi. Mag-ingat kayo. And ingat kayo palagi. For now, stay safe and stay reso. See you on the next episode of the podcast and also on the main event live. Again, my name is Angelo Penera here. For now, see you on the next episode of the podcast and see you as well on next week's main event live podcast. For now, we're out.